Hello and welcome back to In the Slant. My name is Brady. Today I'm joined with Alex and Dustin. We will be missing Jared today, unfortunately, for a bunch of different circumstances. Our boy, it's literally his birthday today, but he hurt his ankle. He hit a raccoon with his car. So yeah, Jared, just under a bunch of different circumstances, will not be joining us today.
He definitely didn't have any birthday luck this year.
Yeah, no birthday luck for him this year. So hopefully his ankle recovers quickly. I think he hurt it playing basketball, and then I don't know the full story.
Yeah,
it was a little
neither do
confusing
I,
when he
but-
explained it.
Just hooping too hard, bro.
Yeah, just hooping. But happy birthday to
Happy
him.
birthday, Jared.
Happy birthday to Jared. But in the midst of the offseason where it feels like there's never anything to talk about, there's actually a lot we need to talk about today. A bunch of stuff we need to get on, a lot of different things that we need to go over. And honestly, it feels like, I don't know if it feels like this for you guys, but it feels like this offseason has gone really quickly. Usually I don't feel like it feels so slow, but apparently we're like 50 days away from,
Preseason.
or is it kickoff or just preseason?
I think it's preseason.
I thought preseason started like
No, 50
late
days. No,
August.
actually,
Yeah,
50 days
I
till
was gonna
kickoff
say-
Yeah.
because the first game is September 12th on
Yeah,
Sunday.
so I feel like it's gone really fast, which feels awesome.
It's really fast. I got here in February and it's already halfway through July, so it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, that is.
It's a little crazy.
So where do you guys want to start today? Because there's a bunch of stuff we need to go over. Obviously, got the running back situation right now. We have D-Hop finally joining a team with the Tennessee Titans. One other thing I saw before we start recording is Leonard Fournette is working out for the Patriots right
I
now.
did see that.
That's a good fit.
Perry
in my
on
opinion.
Winfrey cut by the Browns before he even was able to play a game for them. So that might be a record. I don't know if there's any rookies who get drafted and then just get cut immediately for some like trouble off the field. So that's kind of
Yeah.
crazy. But where do y'all want to start? There's some other things too.
I guess we just start with D-Hop. I mean, that's
D-Hop,
probably the
yeah.
biggest news. So you wanted to get who wants to
I
start?
mean,
with
honestly, this is what I gotta say about D-Hop. I don't really think the Titans is the best system for him in this situation. Obviously, we have the common trend where like Julio, Randy Moss. I think there's another receiver that went there, and they're just
Andre Johnson, I believe.
Yeah,
Where
and
they
the-
get all these old receivers.
Yeah, and it just spirals out of control. Obviously, a run-heavy offense, not a lot of passing involved, not really a good quarterback situation for D-Hop. I'd much rather have seen him gone to the Patriots. I just think it was way more fitting for him and the scheme and just his athleticism fits in the system. But I guess we'll see what happens. I don't really want to count D-Hop out. I still think he has maybe 2-3 years left in him, but I mean, we'll see what happens in the long run.
I also feel though that like he has to have some confidence in most likely Will Levis because I saw a report him saying that like he was confident in the quarterback play here. So I don't know exactly who he was talking about when he said that. I don't know if
Ryan
it was Ryan
Tannehill.
Tannehill or
Man.
Will Levis, but I mean they definitely needed a receiver, and I mean obviously I hope D Hop wasn't just capping to get the paycheck by saying that, but like if he really has confidence in a quarterback, then I mean hopefully they can get it done. I really do think that Will Levis's potential is definitely higher than Mac Jones or Bailey Zappi's if he can get his accuracy issues down. So I mean maybe that's what D Hop's thinking as well, is that like he wants a guy with a huge cannon. Because I mean Mac Jones has a decent arm, but nothing crazy. But a bit Will Levis got a cannon, so he can definitely make all the throws that you'd want him to make.
I'm not the biggest fan of D-Hop choosing the Tennessee Titans either. I didn't really like him going to the Patriots or the Titans. I would have loved to have seen him in Buffalo, Kansas City. I get that, he'd have to sign for way less money than he got. Apparently, he had the same offer from the Patriots as well that the Titans offered, but he still chose Tennessee. I think I would have rather have seen him in New England between those two destinations, but at the end of the day, I don't see this as a scenario where D-Hop is like washed and like this is a stupid decision. Like this is a really good pickup for the Tennessee Titans. I just don't love it for D-Hop, but the Titans needed a wide receiver, obviously. Traylon Burks are hoping to get something out of him this coming year, which I'm sure they will. But D-Hop added opposite of him, I think is going to be good for the Titans. I'm just not the biggest fan of him choosing that spot. I would have rather have seen him somewhere else.
I mean, maybe like it just seems like obviously when like the Titans didn't get rid of Derrick Henry, that they're still trying to win now. Because I mean that's just how I took it as when they didn't. But so I mean I guess I get why they added D-Hop, but like you said, like I would have much rather seen him take like maybe a little bit less money, go to the Chiefs, something like that. A team where like you're like, because the Chiefs to me would be like the best fit, because like it wouldn't be as stacked. Like he'd be the number one receiver there for sure. But like if you went to the Bills, it'd obviously be like Kevin Diggs. That'd just be
Which would be
insane.
nasty.
Yeah.
I would have loved it, but I mean,
Yeah.
he didn't want to choose that. So, but moving on to the next thing. Shout out to D-Hop. He got his bag. I thought he would be just going to a team for cheap, but no, he got a decent sized contract from the Titans to keep playing.
I really wanted to see him maybe even go to the Browns too. That's another fit that I
Yeah,
like
with
too.
Deshaun Watson would have been cool as well.
And Amari
Yeah.
Cooper too. That would've been,
Reunion.
Mhm.
Reunion.
All right, I think we gotta turn our attention to the running backs, which is kind of funny because this situation hits a little deeper for us. Well, not for me, because we have a Raiders fan, Josh Jacobs fanatic, obviously, and then we got a Giants fan, Saquon Barkley. So both these guys obviously have more of a strong opinion on it than maybe the rest of us or the rest of whoever's watching. So
Man.
whoever wants to go first about these running backs not getting paid, Saquon and Josh Jacobs, two guys that have been just absolutely carrying the offense for this team the last whatever years. Obviously, Jacobs broke out on the scene last year, and Saquon come back from injury last year. But whoever wants to talk about
Gusto,
it first.
go ahead, man. You're the one in the group
Dude.
chat. I got so much to say.
Dude, listen. I'm sick of the NFL not wanting to pay running backs. These guys do so much for the team, and like they're workhorses. Like they do so many snaps, they get so many attempts, like, and they don't get paid. Like it makes no sense to me, especially with like maybe a little bit less with Barkley because I know there's like injury concerns. But what he did last year, and if he can stay healthy, he is definitely one of the best running backs in the league. I just feel like they're getting disrespected, especially with Jacobs. He's a lot younger, and he was 40% of our whole offense last year. That is insane. Some guy that's getting that many, like that, he was our whole team basically.
Wait, so 40% of the snaps were to him.
No, like
He had-
40% of like our yards or anything.
Oh, yeah,
was,
okay.
Yeah, like
All right.
he like carried the team like that bad. Like it, I don't know. Like he literally had like 300 attempts, then not even including receiving yards. Like that dude carried. Like the only reason we were even somehow in the playoff race towards the end, which I knew we weren't gonna make it, but was like because of him, literally.
Yeah.
So I just don't understand why they can't get paid, especially like because who's the highest paid right now? Is it Derrick Henry?
I'm not 100%
I
sure.
don't know. Derrick Henry, maybe Christian McCaffrey.
maybe Christian-
I don't know.
But so I don't even know who the highest paid is, but I think like I can understand why. And even Jacob said he didn't want anything crazy because someone reported that it was like $17 million he wanted, and he said cap. He said I just want guaranteed money. Like I just want to have
Yeah.
Yeah,
a-
I've seen that
the
on
floor.
Twitter.
Like I
At
just want
least,
money.
Like nothing to break the market, you know.
Yeah,
to
he-
set a new high for the market.
He just wants to have money guaranteed for years. Like he wants to know that he's
Yeah.
got money.
NFL highest paid running backs in 2023 average salary per year. 49ers running back Christian McCaffrey averages $16 million. Number 2 is Alvin Kamara.
Wow.
Number 3 is Dalvin Cook, I assume, before obviously that he got cut. Derrick Henry at number 4. Nick Chubb at number 5. Bengals Joe Mixon. He did restructure his contract, so I'm assuming this is somewhat old as well. And then you have Aaron Jones, $11.5 million. And then you got the 3 guys that didn't get paid with Tony Pollard, Jacobs, Barkley, all averaging around $10.1 million. So, like, to me, it feels like these 2 or these 3 are probably just looking for, like, more years on the contract, more security. And I don't understand, like, before I go any further, let me go ahead and talk about Barkley real quick.
There's a lot. There's like a whole rabbit hole I can go down because my coworker is a Giants fan. And we are kind of discussing it yesterday when I was at my job doing some video prep for this new position I'm about to get. So I kind of look at it, the scenario. I kind of compare it to a Le'Veon Bell scenario, even though Le'Veon Bell was kind of like out of his prime. Saquon Barkley is in his prime. So I don't like to compare it too much, but it's kind of a situation where he's trying to hold out and get more money and more security. But I look at it as Saquon's more valuable right now in this scenario than Le'Veon Bell was with the Steelers in that scenario. So
It's because the Steelers had, like, James Conner.
Yeah,
Like, they could have relied on.
James Conner, you got Big Ben still, you got weapons, you got a defense. So like, and you got a good coach as well. But I just feel like Saquon deserves at least 13, 14 for a year. I mean, even if you're not going to give him a contract, give him that couple more mil. And he obviously went on that interview recently. It wasn't even like a NFL podcast. It was just an interview about the whole situation. And he's in a boat where he wants to either sit out and show the team how valuable he really is. He really doesn't want to do that. He needs more time to think about it. I really think Saquon deserves the money. You look at the scenario, offensive rookie of the year, was like second most in rushing yards. Had another year where it was over 1,000 yards all pro, and then he gets hurt, tears his ACL, comes back, twists his ankle, then comes back and goes all pro again.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, he got hurt, but when he got over that hump, and now he is another all pro back in the league. Obviously, you can put him top 3, top 5, top 10, wherever you want to put him. Definitely top 10. There's no doubt about it. We can all agree on that.
Yeah.
I just really think Saquon deserves at least 13, 14 mil. I'm not saying just reconstruct this contract and give him a new contract and set the market so high where it's like, okay, now he's the highest paid running back in the league. I'm not saying all that. I just feel like He deserves the money. I don't know why you wouldn't give him the money. Obviously, all the running backs in the league are trying to band together and get.
Yeah, I saw that.
So it's just crazy to me. Like,
It is wild.
I mean, even if, and then I saw a Giants fan tweet the other day, let Dayball cook. He knows what he's doing. You don't need a superior running back to win Super Bowls. And, like, yeah, he's a Giants fan, but that's so stupid because when Dayball was with the Buffalo Bills, did they ever win a championship? No.
Nope.
Did they have a premier back? No. So it's like, I don't understand what he was trying to get at in that scenario. So
Well, I mean, if we look at the last few Super Bowl winners, we had the Chiefs this last year.
Isaiah Pacheco did come up big.
He's not, in that game. I mean, he's
Yeah.
not a premier running back.
Not
Don't get me
yet.
wrong.
Not yet.
Maybe could be one day. Before that, what was it? The Buccaneers, right?
Leonard Fournette was playing out of high.
Yeah.
And don't forget, Jerick McKinnon was going on for the Chiefs too.
Yeah. So
Who
I'm.
was before the Bucks? Who was the year before that?
Was it the Chiefs again? Chiefs Niners
But
Super Bowl.
or
no.
what was his name? Damian Wilson was playing big time. Like, yeah, it might not be a premier back, but he's putting big numbers in the most important times.
I mean, I saw on Twitter someone was saying that these teams weren't interested in resetting the running back market, which Dustin alluded to. That Josh Jacobs quote tweeted it and said we weren't interested in resetting the market. We just wanted. I mean, I think it's just at wanting financial security where you have multiple years on your contract, which is something athletes should seek out. I mean, you have guys that we've said in the past, like Kirk Cousins was willing to play on franchise tags for 2 years in a row, but tomorrow, especially as an athlete, is not guaranteed. There can be an injury that just absolutely derails your career and you're never getting paid again. And it's just like a terrible situation to be in. Don't be wrong. Of course, they already, invested in millions and, a lot of people aren't going to touch that kind of money in their lifetime. But still, I mean, in their profession, they want security, which is why I'm not even upset with them being upset with this situation. And I saw someone say that the Giants were willing to pay Daniel Jones, but they won't pay the guy who's been more consistent, Saquon. And that just goes to the fact that, unfortunately, the quarterback position is just way more important than the running back position. So why do we think the running back position is just not seen as important for teams around the league? Why is that?
I don't know. I feel like everyone says that you can find running backs everywhere. You don't even have that good one. But then the teams that you see that do really good all have usually dangerous running backs. Of course, there's teams like the Chiefs that usually don't have a crazy premier running back, but they just have a bunch
But they have
of
a
offensive
crazy premier quarterback.
Yeah, and wide receivers and stuff, and tight end obviously.
The tight ends, yeah.
And same with the Bills. You don't really see them be running back heavy, but most other teams, besides in my mind those two, they always be running the ball. Even the Bengals, Joe Mixon, a premier running back in my opinion. He's had his
He's up there for sure.
He's had his off time this or off what?
I mean, no, he's been consistent enough that I think he's up there. I wouldn't say he's
top 10, but he's probably top 12, top 30. He's definitely honorable mentions in top 10.
Yeah.
So I just feel like every team does need a running back. And it's not like they're asking for crazy. The Raiders are paying Devontae Adams $30 million, and that dude's old as hell. I don't see us winning a championship anytime soon. So why are we paying a guy $30 million? That's almost 30, and then we have a young guy in Josh Jacobs that we could be only paying $13, $14 million, the same around Barkley. Because that's what I feel like Jacobs wanted was around there, and just have him for a lot more years. And he's a guy that he's dealt with so many injuries, and he's always played. Jacobs always plays. So, that's just a guy you can count on, too. So, that's what kind of makes me mad. Don't get me wrong. Devontae Adams is a fucking dog, and I love him being on the team. But, just in my head, we're paying him $30 million when we could be easily paying Jacobs $13 million, $14 million, and invest in something else and get more younger players on this team so we can actually build.
It's a gambling situation with these running backs. It's a high risk, high reward. So, you put a lot of money into them for a high risk, and the chances of the high reward are very slim, With the scenario that the NFL has changed so much in the past 10 years. It's pass heavy. It's a bunch of spread, West Coast offenses. Obviously, they're going to put most of the trust in the quarterback's hands. They're not really too worried about a running back who's going to rush for 1,500 yards a season. I just don't understand that. The only team I can really think of right now in the past 10 years that had a really good running back was the Seahawks, Marshawn Lynch.
Mm-hmm.
Now that I'm really breaking it down in my head, I mean, look at the Rams.
Look at Todd Gurley, but he got hurt when they were in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, and it's just they don't want to put all this money and trust into a running back because it's every play they're hitting somebody. They're blocking. Someone's just trying to take their head off. They're running the ball. They're in the flash catching the ball. If they're running a screen, they could get smacked real quick. It's just kind of crazy how it's changed so much, and it's only going to continue to change. Obviously, we want to see these running backs get paid, but in the scenario that you got teams like the Cowboys and Bengals throwing the ball 50, 60 times a game, they look at it like we don't need this on our team, which really sucks because the running backs are the bruisers, they're the game setters, they're the physical aspect of your team where yeah, it's a 10, 20-yard run, but they break 3 tackles and make it look magnificent, you know? It like puts that
momentum
and
onto
the run game opens up your passing game. So it almost feels like league teams find the running back position to be the easiest to find, but they also play such an important role as well. Like, you know, most positions do, but they're out there blocking. They're, you know, sometimes lining up a wide receiver in the flat, like Alex mentioned, screen passes. I mean, running backs are very important, and I'm not sure why the market is the way it is. I wish I knew why teams are not willing to pay running backs. Like, you got receivers making $30 million now, and the highest paid running back is only $16 million, and those are 2 skill positions you definitely need in the game of football. So I don't know. I don't know if it'll ever be changed or fixed, and I don't blame these running backs for being mad about what's going on. Like, it just feels very disingenuous that these running backs just aren't even close to what some of these other guys are making. And I don't know, is it gonna like push future players are coming out of college not wanting to play running back just because the career you might have as a running back in the NFL is just so short-lived? I don't know, man. Especially when you have guys like Jacobs and Saquon, who their teams aren't even willing to pay them, or Tony Pollard as well. Which Tony Pollard I can kind of understand in a way, just because like I don't feel like he's been like a consistent running back.
Didn't he even like say like something about him kind of understanding it or something like that, or like
yeah, I don't know. I'm not saying
these reports I can't believe.
Not consistent. That was the wrong word for me. I meant to say like he hasn't been like a full-time running back. He's been kind of playing with Zeke.
And obviously the Cowboys organization is gonna be scared to like give another big contract out because they gave Zeke this huge contract, and he did fall off. Like, you can't sit here and say Zeke's the same guy he was in 2016 because he's not. Like, he's obviously not.
And it shows that
he's
not.
He's like slowed down every single year.
Yeah, and he looks good when he's training and he's cutting and he's doing all these drills, but sometimes all that stuff does not translate to the field like it should. I mean, obviously you want it to. This is coming from a college athlete.
Zeke's last play as a rookie Cowboy
got freaking smoked.
Was lining up under center.
He probably like got down to snap the ball and was like, this is so fucking stupid. Like, what are we running right now? He's like, fuck it. Whatever happens, happens.
He got laid out.
Like, I feel kind of bad for Zeke, bro, because like Zeke is pushing that 10K mark to have 10,000 rushing yards. And I feel like he might not break it now, dude. Like,
he doesn't even have a job right now.
Bro, it's so fucked up, bro. Like, how old is Zeke? Like 28?
Yeah, I mean, he's still under 30,
like,
I imagine.
Don't get me wrong. Like, I think he could fit great in a system where he's a third down back. You got him at the goal line. Just give him the ball and let him put his head down, dude.
And like, that's another thing, too, is like, with running backs, like, I feel like it's so important to have a really good running back. Because, like, just in the red zone, too, like, sometimes you don't want to pass the ball because you don't want to actually throw an interception or anything like that. So, like
Super Bowl, is it 52, 51 Seahawks versus Patriots? Let's throw the fucking ball on the 1 yard line. We got Marshawn Lynch in the backfield.
Yeah, exactly.
Crazy scenario. Crazy. Like, Richard Sherman still has PTSD from that day.
And like,
throw the ball or run the ball, run the ball.
And like, yes, I know that sounds obvious to say, like, yeah, that's obvious. You want to run the running back, but like, like that's what like it's so important. That's how you win the games. You don't want to throw interceptions. You don't want to lose the games. The running backs guarantee you not usually. I mean, sometimes they fumble. It happens, but
especially have a guy named like Antonio Gibson a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Led the league.
Melvin Gordon last year.
Yeah. Oh god.
Or Melvin Gordon a long time ago.
So, but like, I don't know. It just, to me, like, the NFL needs to stop sleeping on them. I'm not saying they deserve 30 mil like the receivers do. Not saying that at all. But come on, Jacobs and Barkley definitely deserve 13, 14 million minimum.
For sure.
And I could even see it being 15. Like, I wouldn't mind paying Jacobs 15. And it just needs to change.
I'm just so confused on why that, like, it's not easy to get a deal done with either of them. I just feel like it'd be a no-brainer, especially since both of them are still, like, was Saquon 25, 26?
Yeah, Saquon.
And Jacobs is like 25 as well. It's just
2 years older than
I mean,
us.
even if it's like just a 3-year deal, just give them 3 years. I mean, then you have them until they're 28. Especially, I guess if you don't want to pay them until they're 30, that's fine, because that's the big number that no one likes to pay running backs with, because, you know, apparently running backs fall off after 30. But still, I don't know, man. It just feels so weird that it's not a no-brainer just to pay these guys.
Saquon Barkley, 26 years old, born February 9th, 1997. He's born 8 days after me, but 2 years before me.
The only argument you could potentially have for the Giants is Saquon's injury history, where he's missed season.
For sure.
Jacobs doesn't even have that. He's been consistent.
Not at all. And he has such fresh legs, bro. Like I said, he didn't like do a lot of producing in college. So you get him in the league, he's fresh, bro. Saquon has like every record at Penn State, bro. He's a fucking workhorse. So like I get the scenario that Josh Jacobs is a little more fresh. You know, his legs, he hasn't been hurt a lot, but Saquon tore his ACL, fucked up his ankle, and then came back next season and had an all-pro season. Like that's the highs and lows of playing running back, bro.
And like
just
I
the
mentioned
highs
too,
and
because
lows.
like I completely agree with Brady. I can get the argument Barkley. I do think he should be paid. But with Jacobs, to me, like, yes, he usually deals with injuries throughout the whole year, but that motherfucker always plays and he always produces no matter what. Like,
It's
it's
about taking care of your body.
yeah,
bro.
like he
Yeah.
literally like so like even though like what Alex said, he did have fresher legs, but like it's even crazier to me that like with the fresher legs, like he took a lot less hits and all that. And this motherfucker gets beat up all the time, is always playing through injuries, and he still plays, and that's like the main concern with me. It's like Jacobs to me was the one that should have been paid the most, like in my opinion.
And I just want to add, dude, since I played running back for 16 years, bro. That last 2 years of college, it's like every fucking week you're just like, my body is fucked up.
Yeah.
And like coach started understanding like, you have a premier back on your college team, dude. I swear every week, bro, it's like the first half of the week of the practice, like it's just helmet only for the running back to stay healthy. That Thursday you do like your walkthrough shell. Then Friday you do your walkthrough on the game field because they try their best to reserve your backs, bro, because they understand I'm giving this dude the ball 20-30 times a game. I know after the game he's hurting. Like,
Yeah.
dude, the last 2 years of college, like I'd get hit and I'm like, fuck, dude, like this is taking a toll. I mean, I don't get how backs can do it for 10 years in the league. Like, it's
Yeah.
crazy. It's crazy, dude. And those motherfuckers are coming, bro. Like, imagine Fred Warner coming down the field to
No.
hit you, dude. Yeah,
I was actually going to ask you about that because I know you did play running back. And Dustin and I played football 1 year. And the 1 year I did play, I had no idea what I was doing. I had no clue.
Just throw him in Parks. Throw Parks in. Look at that D-line. You weigh like 115 pounds. Like, they're smoking. What are you smoking?
Dude, at that time, I didn't watch football or anything. I had no clue what I was doing.
Man.
But, and I don't know if Dustin ever played football.
I did play a little bit, but
I
not
played
long.
1 year, so it's good that we have you that's played
Yeah.
like consistently. That maybe knows a little bit more about this stuff because I know you played running back. So it's good that you added that.
Yeah.
But
Sucks.
it does suck, man.
Right.
I hope it changes, especially since the franchise tag for running backs is only worth like 10.1 million. So like,
Here you go, Saquon. I know you make our offense better. You make the average better. We score more points, but we're gonna give you 10 mil.
I guess you're not making much less than what McCaffrey's making right now,
Yeah.
who's the highest paid. But I don't know, man. It needs
crazy.
change. I don't know if it's ever
And
gonna
look
fix
at-
itself. But
Look at Christian McCaffrey. He had some injury problems, and
Yeah.
last year he busted out on the scene. It's like, dude, it's just part of playing that position. Is there's highs and lows, bro. It's
Yep.
like
And
you
like
just never know what's gonna
and
happen.
like with
next.
that too, like we paid Jacoby Myers like 10 million. Like we could have easily just added on some extra money and paid Jacobs. Like I'd rather had Jacobs paid than paying Jacoby Myers 10 million any day of the week. So
What we got next, Brady?
I want to talk about some of the uniforms that
Yeah.
have been
Cleveland's.
Cleveland's with the white
A lot
helmet.
of people hating on it.
I like
think
that-
it's nice.
I like that one.
It's just like it's so crisp, clean. It's like it's basic, but it looks good.
Yeah,
It
I
looks
think
good.
the alternate helmets, like the idea of that they put in, what was it, year ago or a couple years ago? They're looking good. Some of these
Yeah,
alternate helmets that have been out there have
Dude,
looked amazing.
The Bengals alternative. helmet?
Bengals alternate helmets I love, which is why
Fire.
also speaking of the Bengals, I don't know if you guys saw that they tweeted a video about, it was some old documentary where I think the Bengals, some guy representing the Bengals was saying that they copied the Browns uniforms or something like that, and the Bengals tweeted out that video and said, "Oh, hey, look what I found." So basically throwing a shot that the Browns are copying their uniforms now with the white helmets. So rivalry's still, kind of there obviously for the
Yeah.
Ohio teams, which I thought was kind of cool. Seattle is bringing back their throwbacks.
I do like.
They
it.
released some videos today about it. They had Jackson Smith waking up in like a throwback room, which I thought was really dope. Very cool promotional video there. So shout out to the Seahawks media team for that one. I loved it. And then the Vikings, I'm not as fond on. I mean,
I really didn't like it
I
either.
didn't like it that much either. Our friend,
I saw him.
one of our friends said that they liked the Vikings better than the Browns, which
I didn't agree with.
Yeah, I didn't agree with that either. But I think what
That's Elway.
Mr. Elway, shout out to Elway if you're watching.
Hey,
Smith, hey, give me that discount on the PS5, man. You said you would.
But it's not even like a disrespect to the Vikings because it's not like I'm disrespecting their uniform. It's not like I hate the Vikings, but like out of all the uniforms, like especially when someone in the group chat compared it to against the Browns, I was like, for some reason, I really do like the Browns.
I like it.
I like the
stripe
Browns better
combination,
than
you got
the
stripe,
Vikings.
The stripes. It's like it coordinates very well. And we're kind of getting off topic with uniforms, but hey, man,
No, that's a
Look
topic
good.
That, we're on.
That was a topic.
yeah, look good, play good, feel good.
I think that's everything that or I
What
think
about,
that's all the
Chase Young?
uniforms.
I thought you want to talk about. Oh, sorry, I thought we were about to. Think about talking about Chase Young.
No, not Chase Young. I said
Oh.
that today's the last day that Dan
Dan
Snyder
Snyder's
owns
in-
Oh.
the Commanders. Tomorrow, Josh Harris can emerge on the scene. So the dark cloud is finally gone. It's amazing.
The Vills unreal.
Yeah, you're gonna see Washington in the Super Bowl next year. Watch out.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, with the new ownership, this team, the culture of this team is about to change. It's about to be a 180. Everyone makes fun of Washington for the way they're operated, but Josh Harris, he owns the New Jersey Devils and he owns the 76ers, two teams that have success, and Josh Harris actually cares about the team, which is another really good thing, because you have owners in certain sports that just don't care about the team and they're running it like a business, aka Jody Allen for the Blazers, but that's another topic for another day.
We're not really
that's a different channel.
We're not really a topic we're gonna discuss on this channel. But
Yeah.
he says
If you guys watch me on my NBA stuff, you know how it is. Regardless, last thing I want to get into is we don't talk about Madden very much, but they've released some Madden ratings.
Oh man.
So I want to
Wow.
I want to go over some of these, and let's just kind of just brief over them real quick. So Madden 24's top 10 safeties. Madden
Yes, it
releases
does.
on like August 18th, I believe. Madden 24 does. You got the number one safety. If you had to guess, who do you think it is?
I think I already saw. I just can't remember. I already saw the list.
Oh.
It wasn't Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick's 2.
Yep.
What? I can't remember.
Plays in the AFC West.
Jeffrey Sim or no? Justin.
Chargers.
No.
Yeah,
Derwin James.
Derwin
James, dude, I'm an
So
He's
Derwin is a 95 overall.
95?
Yeah,
I thought it was like
95.
97.
Yeah, with the second rated safety.
And that's the
being-
highest one.
Yeah, highest
Yeah.
rated safety.
Dang, that's crazy. That's
Honey
95.
Badger's top 10. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, you got Minka Fitzpatrick, then Justin Simmons, Kevin Byard from the Titans. You got Jesse Bates III, Tyrann Mathieu, Buda Baker, Jordan Poyer, Harrison Smith, and Micah Hyde. Micah Hyde, he got hurt
That is-
last year. I'm excited
yeah.
to see him play again this
Dude.
year.
How was Aaron Donald at 99 again?
He's a 99 every year. And then top 10 wide receivers.
Who's paying him off?
Gilberto bragged to me yesterday about him getting 99.
Justin,
in
or
6
we
years.
all know
Jefferson,
Justin
got
is
99 overall.
99.
He deserved it for sure.
Tyreek Hill 98 overall. Devontae Adams 97, Diggs 96, Cooper Kupp 96, and then Jamar Chase 94. Terry McLaurin 95. No, I'm just kidding. DeAndre Hopkins 93. Terry McLaurin is here. I didn't think he'd be here, but no, he's a 92 overall. With AJ Brown and Mari Cooper being right behind him at a 91
Well,
overall.
I don't agree with the AJ Brown one, to be honest.
Yeah, it's not that big of a deal, right?
Or I like how the coaches, executives did their top 10. I
Yeah.
sent Brady the list. Like our
It was pretty
lists are
close
pretty
for wide
close.
receivers, yeah. The next one is top 10 defensive tackles. Aaron
Dexter Lawrence is on there, baby.
Aaron Donald 99. You got Chris Jones at a 96. Dexter Lawrence at a 94. Quentin Williams 93. Cameron Hayward 93. Jonathan Allen, Washington Commanders representative 92. Jeffrey Simmons for the Titans 89, and then 88 Vita Vea, DJ Ritter 87, and Christian Wilkins 86. Would have loved to see Deron Payne on here as well, but it's all
Crazy
good.
how he's not, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'd take Deron Payne over Reader and Wilkins, maybe.
Mhm.
I don't know. I mean, it's just kind of a interesting debate. For the top 10 edge rushers, of course, number one, if you had to guess, who do you think it is?
Nick Bosa for sure.
Yeah,
dude.
Nick Bosa.
He's like a
or-
98, I'm pretty sure.
It's Nick Bosa and Myles Garrett, which Myles Garrett is a guy I often forget about. So 98
But,
overall.
yeah, he's definitely top 3.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Micah Parsons, TJ Watt, Von Miller, Max Crosby, Joe Bosa, Hassan Reddick, DeMarcus Lawrence, and Matthew Judon. So,
Well
pretty good.
deserved by
Shout out
Nick
Max
Bosa.
Crosby.
yep. And then last but not least, the guys we talked about today, the running backs. This is all on NFL's page, by the way. The number one running back in Madden,
Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
it's not.
Is
Chris
he-
McCaffrey.
It's not him either.
Austin Eckler.
No.
Josh Jacobs.
Jared would love this guy. or he does love this guy. He was
Nick Chubb.
Yeah, it's Nick
Oh,
Chubb.
yeah, Nick Chubb. That makes sense.
97 overall, and Nick Chubb being the number one running back.
Jacobs
in the
is
game.
number 3, I
It would
think.
make sense.
95 Jacobs, 96 McCaffrey, 94 Derrick Henry, 93 Saquon, 91 Dalvin Cook, 89 Austin Eckler, 89 Jonathan Taylor, which another guy that has gotten paid in the running backs conversation is Austin Eckler. So
Wow, dude.
it's just crazy.
Austin Eckler at 89.
Yeah. Taylor 89, Tony Pollard 88, and Aaron Jones 88.
Yeah, shout out to that guy getting rated at 95 and Madden can't get paid.
Yeah, I mean Madden is Madden, so.
But I
Yeah,
mean,
they're
hey,
gonna do
I
what
agree
they
with the
do,
rating.
bro.
I agree with the rating.
Aaron Rodgers tried on his Jets jersey today as
I
well.
did see that.
This is not AI generated. I saw that Jets tweeted at.
Yep.
This is not an AI generated picture.
Hopefully Skylar didn't look at it.
Start crying.
That's gonna be
AFL master.
Hey, that's gonna be me when I see Dame in probably a Heat jersey, so I guess I can relate a little bit. But other than that, like I said earlier, Perion Winfrey got cut by the Browns. He got drafted in the 4th round. Apparently, threatened a woman with a gun or something like that. Has that ever happened where a guy gets drafted and like literally during the summer gets just released because of stupid things
I
out
have
the
no
field?
idea, honestly.
I can't think of a situation where that ever happened. At least like he hasn't even played a snap for them. That's wild.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I don't even know who he was. So
Really?
we really.
Or did he play? No, because he was drafted this year, right?
yeah.
Didn't I just see that?
Yeah, I think you looked it up.
Yeah, 20. Or no, he did play. I'm stupid. 2022 draft. We're in 2023, so I'm dumb. Never mind. He
Was
did
he
play.
good?
I think he was just a dev piece. I don't know. I'm just dumb. I don't know why I thought he got drafted this year, but it was last year. So never mind. Forget that whole situation. I don't know why I keep using 2022 in 2023.
Yeah, drop that whole situation. We didn't even talk about it today.
Screw Perion Winfrey. He threatened a woman, so I shouldn't
Golly.
even give him the time of day. But other than that, is there anything else you guys want to add before we sign off today's
No.
episode? Pay these running backs. We need it to change. I feel bad for these guys. Hopefully, maybe we have some momentum for it to change. The running backs sound like they're getting together. I'm going to talk to the owners on why they aren't getting paid. And I don't know. We'll see.
And pay Martin, Cowboys. He deserves it.
Zach Martin as well, who might hold out because he feels underpaid. So Denzel Mims got cut by the Jets.
Oh, yeah, I did
which
see that
finally
as well.
happened. He's been like asking to be traded. I
Well,
feel like.
no. Well, he's not officially cut yet, is he? 'Cause
Oh
think-
yeah, I saw something they might
yeah,
trade him
'cause
to the Cowboys.
I guess
or something.
teams said that they were interested in calling on trade, so
Mm.
he might
Seventh
still
rou-
get traded.
7th rounder for Mims. Call it in.
Yeah, probably.
All right, that's gonna do it for us. We'll see you on the next episode. This is In the Slant saying peace.